Guys, I have an announcement. I'm playing Yoshi in the new Mario movie. Nintendo reached out to me and they said they were really impressed with my unbelievable voice acting skills. This obviously means I'm quitting YouTube. Don't worry though, I won't forget you guys. I just couldn't say no to their offer. My life calling came into tuition. Being rode on by Italian men. Take that as you will. Thank you guys for everything. Let's get into today's episode. Kat didn't waste a moment. She reached for my hand. It's fucking music. Before I knew it, what I was doing, we ran off to the boat together and back to the mansion as fast as we could. I was running on pure instinct like my body had done this before countless of times. I looked back to the boat just once, but I couldn't help but linger for a moment. I could tell from their faces that they wanted to be running with me, not waiting for us to come back. I'm going to make Damien pay for making them suffer like this. We went back to running. I followed Kat's lead. It's earlier than I planned, but there's no time like the present for exposition about your past. It would be good to know why I'm running with you. Would I happen to be resistant to bullets? We'll find out if you are together. Though, if you look at your history, I'd say no. Hey, I survived that at the time you shot me. I'm pretty resistant. Touché. Before you came onto the show, you were a producer, just like me. We used to work together. We were partners. In more ways than one, though. That was forever ago. Living and working on this island was the only life I'd ever known. So I used to work here, dog. Oh my. It sounds awful, but I didn't have a problem with running these shows. There was nothing different to compare it to. But then I met you. I've got no idea what would bring someone like you to this island, but you. Meeting you changed me. She smiled like I'd never seen before. You made me see that there was a world out there that was beautiful. You made me hope that I could be a part of that world one day. And you helped me realize that we needed to shut this place down if we wanted there to be a world out there at all. For years we worked together to free as many people as we could. From these death trap shows, we'd ship them away to safety, fake their deaths, everything. And we did that just for a time. Then Damien started to suspect something was up. Each day he got closer and closer to figuring it out, until I knew we couldn't stay any longer. But it was too late by then. Damien caught us. You mean you betrayed me? I can't remember much, but I remember you and I were together, and then you sold me out right when we were trying to escape? Why? It's like I said before, I didn't have a choice, and I still don't. I know you have no reason to trust me anymore, and I don't expect you to. But we need each other's help to get off this island now. Since both of us are technically producers, we can activate the switch if we work together. We don't even have to take Damien's down, though I doubt he'd let us use it that easily. Can you trust me enough for that? Honestly, I don't know. A part of me wants to trust Kat, the same part that unconsciously remembers that I did for the years and years. But I can forget that. But how can I forget that betrayal? Even if she had her reasons. Sure, I'll keep an eye on her. When we got back to the mansion, Kat made a beeline for the lab. I ran with her as fast as I could. Our footsteps on the winding metal staircase echoed like a thundering drum. You're about to see the real reason why this show is on this island. Kat took out her master key and slid it into the hidden socket in the wall, behind one of the tanks. Click. Don't say I didn't warn you. The same wall split into doors, slowly revealing another hidden staircase. You think you guys could get an elevator instead? I said the same thing. As soon as I took one step down the staircase, I could tell something was different. Something was telling me that I shouldn't go down there. Come on, we don't have time to waste. I've got nothing to lose. With each step, it grew darker and darker. Eventually, I couldn't see my hand in front of my face. Then light, blinding light, and applause?
Welcome, welcome! You finally made it!
Damien's face was plastered on countless screens in the stadium that could fill tens of thousands of people. Countless cameras littered the seats, all focused on the center stage as a battleground sprawling with maze-like walls of all shapes and sizes and littered with guns. Thanks to the walls, we couldn't see Damien directly, but we knew he was here from the screens.
We wouldn't have this show with you idiots, so I'm glad you actually came back. Oh man, you couldn't even bring back the others? You're no fun. You just really gotta make me work, huh? Anyway, congrats on making it this far, etc, etc. I gotta say, I'm proud of you for making it here, daughter of mine. I'm impressed that you remember your old hunt just from a few seconds of a video.
No thanks to you, dirtbag.
Is that any way to thank someone who gives you room and board?
You gave Lisa a way nicer room than I ever got.
Blame your mom for that one, kid. Anyway, how about you be a dear and explain the game we've got going on here?
The switch we're looking for is somewhere here. The problem is, so is Damien, and he's got a gun, and more ammunition than he needs to kill us both of us. What about the weapons on the ground? Maybe there's something we can use to level the playing field? It's all we can do, but the odds aren't in our favor. Most of our weapons laying around are useless. They were meant to make people lose hope that they could they were meant to make people lose hope that they could fight back. Most is better than all of them, at least. Well, yes and no. There's no hope to lose if they knew all of them were fake. That's Damien's MO. He'll give the people trapped on this show just enough hope for escape, and then he'll use that to trap you. Real guns among the fake, boats and planes when you're trapped on an island. If we're going to make it through, you can't fall for his game, understand? Loud and clear. Then let's go. There's no time to waste. We ran from the wall to wall, taking cover between each time. Whenever we had a chance, we'd pick up what looked like a gun and see if it was real. We only had seconds to check for each one. Damien was hot on our trail. A gunshot rang out, blowing through the wall Cat and I were hiding behind.
What's the matter, you? You're like two rats in a lab.
He fired again. Shrapnel from the wall scraped my arm. Fuck! It was like my arm had been lit on fire. Luis, you okay? I'll live, don't worry. We need to find a weapon. And we need to find the switch. We ran behind another wall narrowly, dodging another shot from Damien. It dawned on me that he wasn't even trying to hit us. He was trying to make us scared. And it was working. But why? He's reloading, come on. We dashed out from behind a wall and ran past Damien, looking desperately for the switch and for any weapons we could find. I managed to pick up 2 pistols. Cat did the same. Damn, looks like they are fake too. How's yours looking? I took a look at the first one. Upon further inspection, it was clear. It was no more than a plastic toy. But the second one, Cat realized it the same second I did. It was real, with a single bullet loaded. Alright, that's good, let's... Another 2 shots rang out, blowing a hole in the wall, just next to where my head was a second ago. Fuck! How come he gets that fucking hand cannon? The budget got to go somewhere, I guess. Anyway, we've got the gun. That's probably the only real one in the stadium. We need to find the switch now. Even with the gun, we're no match for him. Sounds good to me. We ran further through the stadium, opposite of the entrance, until we were square in the middle of the stadium. And there it was. The switch! You'd think they'd have hit it better. Damien's laughter echoed through the arena as he reappeared on the screen that's above the arena.
Congrats! You found the switch. It's a damn shame I forgot to mention something about this switch here. It won't do jack shit, even if you both have axes, as long as I've got a heartbeat. And I've been planning on sticking around, but I'm not heartless. In fact, I think I'm a pretty decent guy for what I'm about to do.
Cat looked like she had just seen a ghost.
Cat, Luis, I've got an offer you can't refuse, but only one of you can claim it. If either of you kills the other one, I'll let the one left standing go. We'll forget this ever happened and call it a wrap on find love or die trying. I'll even let the survivor leave the island.
Yo, this is all cap, bruh. This is literally all cap.
I can even guarantee I'm telling the truth because this is airing live to the world right now. People bow down and get in line because I tell them the truth because they know I keep my word. Alright. They wouldn't believe me for a second if I ever went back on it, you know. Not a bad deal, huh? Especially considering that If no one takes that offer, I'll just kill you both. I'm giving you 5 minutes to decide, then I'm coming for you.
Screen shuts off. Kat and I looked at each other. Bro, I'm not killing... A mix of horror and fear on her face, and there was no doubt that mine mirrors her. Luis, bro, ain't no way I'm killing Kat, dude. Bro, I would not be this far without Kat right now. You're gonna... No. And if Kat shoots me... No, Kat, fuck you. Luis, I can't imagine what's racing through your head right now. You probably think I'm going to betray you again, right? I was at loss for words. You don't have to say anything. Look, I can't blame you for doubting me. And honestly, if you just shot me right now, I'd be okay with it. Because then, you'd be free to go. I know Damien will keep his word. But if there's even the slightest chance that you want me to be able to escape from here too, then I need to ask you something that I know sounds insane. What's that? I need you to give me the gun. The only real one we've got. Oh my... Oh my god. No. And you're gonna make me choose, right, bro? Please just make the game choose, bro. Look, I'm not stupid enough to know how that sounds. The simple reality is, I've known you for so long now, and one thing I know about you is that you're a terrible shot. Me, I'm as good as you can get on this island. I think I'm our best bet at taking him down. But I understand completely if you're not willing to trust me. If you think I'm lying, I get it. And if you don't trust me, she closed her eyes and pressed her finger against her forehead. Then please, just make it quick. The gun in my hands had never felt so heavy. On one hand, a guarantee that I can make it out of here alive. On the other, trusting Kat. Can I trust her after all that she's done to me? Can I really believe her words when the memories that can prove or deny them are lost to me? I've got no time. I have to choose. Bro, I'm not killing Kat, dude. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no way. I'm not a murderer, guys. Ain't no way. But, oh, bro, if she fucks me over, dude. You know, like I said earlier, bro, I don't think she will. I think it's been giving like context clues that she actually does care about me, and I don't know, man. She's just a pussy-o about that situation. Hopefully, I'm right at that. I'm gonna trust Kat. I'm giving her the gun. If I get shot, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a dumb mess if I get shot. You know, I literally said earlier that one phrase. Now, I'm going against it. Trust Kat. I trust you, Kat. I held out the gun to her. She pointed at me and shot me in the fucking face. You do? After everything I've done? After everything you've done, yes, I still trust you. I know you've been forced to do some awful things to people that didn't deserve it. But I know there's good in you, and I believe in that good. Take it. Thank you, Luis. She took the gun from my hands and shot me in the balls. I won't let you down. Well, if you do, it's not like I'd be around for long enough to regret it. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let's do this. Oh my god, I'm not dead. We decided to seek Damien out and try to get the drop on him rather than waiting for him at that switch. My heart was practically beating out of my chest. I couldn't tell if Kat was as nervous as I was. If she was, she hit it with the same poker face she always had. We dashed to another wall for cover, looked around, and repeated. How much time has passed? It feels like we've been looking for him for hours. With the pressure, though, I know it can't be more than a few minutes. As the minutes passed by, I could tell Kat was growing more and more impatient. She trained her gun wherever she looked, her trigger finger ready to shoot our only bullet at any time. Left, right. I glanced around, then looked to her, and back again. Her hands were shaking. Look left, look right. We only got one shot to make or break it. Look back to Kat. She's checking a corner ahead of for us. She looks left, she looks right. It takes everything I have to stay focused. Don't think about dying, not even the possibility. She turns to look back at me. Oh no. Damien, walking closer and closer from behind her with his gun resting on his shoulder. He can't be more than 10 meters away. He slowly lifts his gun from his resting position, Before I know it, I'm running towards her with everything I have. No! Something is making me run. Something I've forgotten. Something I'm just starting to remember. It was the two of us at the beach. I can see it now. How many hours has it been? We made it to the ship, but it wasn't enough. The alarms were deafening. Security was going to be here any minute. And our only saving grace, our ship wouldn't start. It's then. I never heard Kat ever sound so desperate. Well, at least we tried, right? Who else can say that? She lowered her head and leaned on me. No, we're not giving up just yet. There's nothing we can do, Luis. The engine's broken and the guards will be here in any time. Any minute. We've got at least some weapons. It's not over yet. I grabbed the precious few firearms we had and split them between us. There's two of us and hundreds of them. There's no point. Not to mention, you're a terrible shot. You're right. Taking them head on would be suicide. But that's not what you'll be doing. Me? I'm just some nobody. But you're the big man's daughter after all. Your word means a lot to them. She was horrified. I would be too, if I were in her shoes right now. No, I won't let you do this, Luis. We don't have a choice. Look around. Look, I'm not happy either, but us both dying here would be worthless. But if you live, you get a second chance to make it out of here. A second chance to see the other side. I know, but what's the point if it's not with you? You have to find that out yourself. They're almost here. Come on, we're running out of time. Her hands were shaking. It looked like she was going to drop her gun any second. I hate you for this, you know. I know, and I'm sorry. She slowly raised her arms and trained the gun's sights directly at me. And now we wait. Can you do me a favor? What's that? Don't shoot the face. Don't shoot the face, please. I'm rather proud of it. I don't know what I'd do without my supernaturally good looks. She laughed through the tears. I would have still loved you even without them. Right back at you, Kat. She kissed me for the last time. I love you, Luis. I love you too. Sorry, but it's gonna be the face. Let me just take off the safety. Wait, I didn't sign up for this. I heard my favorite sound one last time. I could hear the guards coming. We've only seconds left. On the bright side, I won't owe you $10. Our bet? She laughed. I think it's pretty clear who won the bet. I can see the guards now. My time is up. What makes you say... You did it. I'm alive? Everything hurts so bad. I almost wish I wasn't. The shock must have knocked me out cold. I coughed up blood as my vision flashed in and out rapidly, too fast to tell if I'd fatally been shot. It was all I could do to try and stay conscious. It's as you said, Father, anyone who breaks our law must be punished. I could just barely make out her voice, but it brought some comfort to me.
You really do take after me. You've made your old man very proud. Oh well, you look at that. Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know, Luis, you're in luck. You see, the whole escaping thing, I'm afraid I'm going to have to fire you. No severance.
I tried to make a witty comment back, but the only thing that came out of my mouth was a cough of blood.
But you're in luck. A new opportunity just opened, and I think...
He kicked me in the stomach, then rolled me over with his foot.
You'd be the perfect fit.
He laughed as he crushed my palm under his foot. You might think
I'm going soft on you by not killing you outright.
He looked down at me, then back at her.
But mark my words, you'll both wish I had.
Do whatever you want. I don't care about Luis anymore. He laughed maniacally.
I never did like Luis much anyway.
My vision fading. His words turned to vapor as I could feel myself crumple into nothing. The last thing I saw was her face. She was holding the river back with everything she had. Who are you going to fool with a poker face like that, Kat? I love you, always have, and always will. I'm so sorry for what I forced you to do. Even more so, I'm so sorry that you'll be alone now. But I hope one day you'll understand. Flashback to reality. I've almost reached Kat. I push myself to run faster and faster, faster than I've ever ran in my life. Kat doesn't see him, but she sees the alarm going off in my eyes. Damien points his gun at his daughter. He's preparing to take the shot. Kat starts to turn around, but there's no time. Damien's finger pulls on the trigger. What am I doing? I see the world turn to slow motion. Why am I throwing away my life for Kat? These memories, they're mine, yet not at the same time. Who can say if I'm the same person as before, who loved her so much? Who can say if these memories form a completely different me compared to what I am now? There's no time for answers. Even if I've forgotten you over and over, somehow I remember you, and I know that I would do anything for you. I ran past Kat, throwing myself in front of her, because I love her. A gunshot rings out. It's like my body is struck by lightning instead of flame. He fires again. Undescribable pain ripples across my body as shot after shot rips through me. It's not like the movies where someone can stand after being shot over and over. The firing stops and my vision starts to fade, and I can barely hear him reloading over the sound of my body screaming in agony. My knees buckle. I start to fall. As I fall, I can see Kat with her gun trained on Damien. There's no fear in her eyes. Her hands aren't shaking, but she's biting her lips so hard that I can see it bleeding. The last thing I see before the dark takes me is her finger pressing down on the trigger. Damn. Wake up, Luis. Please, please don't die. What's happening? Am I alive? I'd never heard her sound so desperate. Please just wake up. I can't lose you again, not again. It took everything I had just to open my eyes and breathe. Kat was cradling me in her arms with tears streaming down her face. Thank God, don't pass out again. You almost gave me a heart attack. Sorry, Kat, I coughed up blood. Save your strength. Did you get him? We did. That's great. The switch? We should be able to get it now, but you're in no shape to walk. And to be honest, I'm not in the best shape either. I looked up at her and felt my heart drop. You've been shot. She laughed. Yeah, now that I know what it feels like, I'm even more sorry for shooting you back then on the beach. There was nothing else you could have done, Kat. That didn't stop me from regretting it every second of these past 2 years. That day, I made a promise to myself. It didn't matter how many times I'd have to hurt, or how much I would ever have to hurt. I would get you off this island alive and well, even if it was the last thing I did. Even if I had to see you fall in love with somebody else 100 times. Even if I knew it meant I could never be with you again. I made a promise back then, and I'll keep it even if it kills me. Slowly, Kat tried to lift me off from the ground onto her back. She screamed and coughed up blood as she tried to lift me up. Stop, you're going to get yourself killed. Then that's exactly what I'm going to do. She lifted me onto her back and took one step back towards the switch. I told myself back then. She stepped forward again. Her legs were trembling. That if you weren't leaving this island alive, neither would I. Another step closer. Because I love you, you know? One more step. I know you don't remember most of our time together. Her breath was getting ragged. She'd take several steps, then have a pause for breath. Honestly, I'm glad you even remember bits and pieces. I'm grateful for whatever I can get. The switch is in sight. And maybe you fell in love. And maybe the you I fell in love with doesn't exist anymore. We're so close to it, yet so far. But I'd like to believe it's still you, Luis. That you're still the same Luis that I fell in love with. We were just steps away from the switch. That I'm still the one you love. She laughed bitterly. It's just wishful thinking, I know. We're here. We made it. She coughed up blood again. Need to put your hand on the scanner. Can you do that? Got it. I used the last of my strength to reach my hand forward. With every inch I drew closer to it, my vision grew darker. I pushed harder and harder with everything I had. Got it. My turn. Done. All that's left is to pull the switch. Sorry, Luis. I'm going to have to put you down for a second. No problem. Kat gently rested me on the ground. Fuck. I can barely stand now. She tumbled towards the switch. She managed to catch it with her hands and used it to keep herself upright. Here we go. The moment we'd all been waiting for. She pulled it with the last of her strength. A second later, she fell to the ground by my side. The cacophony of the machinery filled the stadium. That must be the barrier opening. We did it, Luis. I'm sorry, Luis. What for? I don't think we're getting out of here after all. I can't even move. It's okay. We had a good run, you know. I guess you could say that. At least the girls will be able to get out of here. They deserve better than to die here. Yeah. I love you, Luis. Always have and always will. For these last 2 years, I dreamed of us starting a new life together, somewhere far from here. But I guess life, it's not like the movies. Dreams don't come true. I wish we could have met in a different place, a different time. Maybe, just maybe then, Luis, we... Kat? Kat? Her eyes were closed. Streams of tears ran down from both her eyes. My vision blurred even more as tears welled up in my eyes. If we could have met in a different place, a different time, I'm sure our story would have been so different. I wish we could have, Kat. I tried to move closer to her, but my body refused. It was all I could do to move my head around. I looked around futilely for some kind of miracle that could save us. This is too sad an ending. I looked to Kat. I looked to the heavens, which had all but abandoned us. I looked behind us, and I saw what could only be described as angels. I tried to speak, but no words would come out. I must be dreaming. I must be. The world turned black. Am I dead? If I keep asking myself that, it's bound to be right sooner or later. But somehow, I think there's more to come in my story. And I know there's one person that I want to spend the rest of it with. I love you. Bruh. Oh man. Dude, this feels... Man. You know, I really like all of the girls. I don't know. I don't hate any of them. And man, I feel like the story, like I should click Kat. Like that's what fits this moment. That's what this moment is. You know? But I also, oh man, what do I do? What do I do? This is the hardest choice in my fucking life. You know what? Guys, I'm sorry. I'm throwing. I'm throwing, guys. I'm sorry. It has to be done. Violet. I woke up in an unfamiliar room. Is the room shaking? I tried to get up. Ow, fuck! I looked down to my body. I'd been bandaged up, enough to look like a mummy. But I'm alive, Welcome back, Luis. I knew you'd make it, but you had me for a second. You know me. I like to keep things interesting. It's great to see you again, Violet. Likewise, Luis. I'm not sure what I would have done if I had lost you back. What is it? If I had lost you. I've grown a tad attached to you, you might say. I'm sure that others want to know you're alright. A moment, please. Violet left the room, then came back a few moments later. Oh my gosh! What? You're okay! I'm so glad to see you. I'm so glad to see you're alright, Luis. You really didn't make it easy to save you either. Oh, and if you find yourself craving brains or bananas, that's entirely unrelated to how I treated you. Oh my gosh, it turned me into a fucking zombie. I'm just happy it worked.
If you died after all we've been through, I'd kill you. But I'm really happy that you were here for me to say that too.
What I think we're trying to say is, we're glad you're okay. You know, the Resistance could use someone like you, Luis. Besides, it doesn't look like you have a real job anymore, huh? I'll have to think on that. Thanks, guys. You really stuck out your neck to save Kat and I could never thank you enough. It's what you would do for us, Luis. We ran after you two just moments after you left. There was no point in us escaping if it wasn't with you, Luis.
Yeah, I know Kat said not to, but hey, I didn't remember that at the time, so it's all good.
By the way, Luis, Kat's doing well too. She's resting in the room next door. Thank God, bro. Thank God. I was gonna be like, the reason why I didn't pick Kat was just because I feel like I built a relationship with these characters a lot more than just that one moment, and I think I'd rather the in-game me spend his future with one of these girls who's taking his time to build this. I don't know, at least like for me, like the actual, I don't know, man, I'm not explaining it, but I feel like I've gotten closer to these group of girls more than Kat. But I mean, I still love Kat. I don't think that'll change for my character either. Thank God she's doing good. We even managed to save the Brothers 5 too. Shit. I just couldn't let them be stranded after all. Well, all that we've been through together. That's great news. Thanks for letting me know. We should be thanking you. None of us would have made it off the island if it wasn't for you and Kat. It's true, despite whatever you may hear Tara say.
I'm just saying, I have a pretty mean right hook.
It's good to see you all. I've got no idea what the world ahead has for each of us, but whatever it has in store, we'll face it together. You bet. I'm surprised you can say that with a straight face, but yes, I wouldn't have it any other way. I could really use you as a PR person for the Resistance, Luis. You've got a good thing. You got a thing for speeches. Wait a minute. If everyone's here and Kat's next door, who's driving the boat? Everyone looked at Tara.
And that's a series exit for Terabyte.
She ran off like a cartoon character. We laughed together. It felt like it's been so long since we could just laugh. No cameras, no fear. Just friends fooling around. Anyway, it's good to see you're okay. That said, team, we need to give Luis some time to rest. Once again, I'm not trying to quarantine you because we didn't use a zombie virus unique properties to save you. Wait, what'd you say? I'm not trying to quarantine you because we didn't use a Thanks, Scarlet. And thank you everybody for coming to see me. Don't mention it. We're all in this together. And all that, right? See you later, Luis. Alright. Enough with the cheese. Get out before Luis turns. I mean, before Luis needs rest. Yes. And with that, I was alone. Woo. I thought they'd never leave. Hey Scarlet, what's up? Nothing, She was hiding a syringe behind her back. Need to give you the shot before. Good luck. Right. I put my arm out forward. Well, the doctor knows best. I'm not a doctor. She injected good luck into my arm. I just wanted to say thanks again. My life went off the rails at the island even before the show. That's putting it lightly. She laughed. I know if I stayed there, I never would have been truly happy for the rest of my life. I never would have been able to help people ever again. So thank you again, Luis. You've been out, so there's no way you'd know, but today's the day that would have been the last day of the show, the final ceremony where you asked one of the girls to be with you. Now I'm not saying anyone's rushing for your proposal, but I think there's somebody waiting for you up on the deck. She's a keeper, so you better treat her right. Thanks, Scarlett, I will. She kissed me on the cheek. Don't mention it. And then I was alone in the room. It's time to go see her. I reached for the door. And seconds later, she opened it. Hey. Hey, Luis. Should you not be resting? Probably, but I won't stand for it. Here, let me help you back to the bed. Thanks, Violet. I put my arm around her, and she walked me back to the bed. Cute. I wanted to talk to you. At first, I wanted to wait until later, but I've learned some things just cannot wait. Oh my, bro. I had to see you no matter what. Bro, she's like, dude. That art's really nice. Very cute, very cute. Why is that? First, I wanted to thank you. If it weren't for you, Luis, I know I would have never left that island alive. Right back at you, Violet. You gave us hope when we'd all but given up. Compared to that, I didn't do too much. I could not have done it if it weren't for you supporting me all this time, Luis. You've helped me through so much. I'm more grateful than I could ever express. You helped me realize that there's no such thing as a guarantee. The world we live in, the things we believe, whether or not we will survive another day, they could all be taken away in an instant. I'm positive none of us ever planned to be on a show like this now. I'd like to think so. And if this is the way the world is, then there is nothing more important than making the most of every moment. That's all we have. It's true. She took a deep breath. More than anything, I want to share all of those moments to come with you, Luis. Like you've been there for me. I want to make you smile when you want to cry. I want to make you as happy as you make me every day. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I love you, Luis. Will you be mine? And only mine? I love you too, Violet. It'd be my pleasure to be yours. Will you be mine? For always, if you will have me. I couldn't help but smile. You beat me to asking you. I was going to find you and ask you out. I suppose great minds think alike. Perhaps I'm making a little more of the moments than you are now. I laughed. I don't know about that. I pulled Violet close and kissed her on the lips. She kissed me back passionately, as if it were our last. For a moment, time stood still. All that mattered was Violet and I. It was bliss. I'm looking forward to the moment to come with you, Luis. I couldn't be happier. You took the words right out of my mouth. Here's to the moments we'll share, Violet. I love you. Wow. Wow. Very, very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice, happy ending. I love that. Love that. Thank God I just didn't fucking die over there. I had a lot of fun playing this. I know maybe my choice there at the very end might have been controversial, but I don't know. I felt a connection. You know, maybe it was the Tsundere man inside of me, but I just had a connection with Violet. For me personally, that's the girl I wanted to stay with. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for watching this series. It ends on episode 11. Hopefully I can play more visual novels in the future. I think I will. That is it. Adios, and until next time. Guys, I got kicked off the Mario movie. Nintendo didn't like that I picked Violet over Cat, and I can't take this makeup off. I was just kidding about leaving. Please don't unsubscribe.